All right, so here at WCNC Charlotte, we've been covering the Border Patrol agents and Charlotte's Web, an operation whose mission is to capture, arrest these criminals with highly criminal records. And in doing so, so far they have made now over 250 arrests. That according to the Department of Homeland Security. Part of the angle that we're covering here right now is the conservative Latinos perspective. And on that assignment today is Walker Lawson. He joins us here on Live Impact News. Walker, tell me, who are you talking to and what do they feel is happening here?
Yeah, so I actually had someone message me and reach out and ask if I had any interest in kind of hearing the perspective from a conservative Latino about what has been unfolding, obviously, since Border Patrol arrived here in Charlotte. Trump did a really good job with Latinos in the 2024 election, as we saw. And so hearing from them, you see these Border Patrol instances happening across the country. And then when it happens here in Charlotte, I think when you're close to home, you really get to see what's happening. You're seeing, thousands of kids not showing up to school. You're seeing different things that we've gotten reports on recently. And so for them, it's interesting to hear. I just finished meeting with a resident just a moment ago that had reached out, but they said, it's concerning what they are seeing and hearing, and they feel as if this is kind of straying away Latinos from the conservative party or from the Republican Party, and that this will eventually have an impact in 2026, is what they say. You'll also hear tonight in my story from a politician in the area that I'll be speaking to as well and getting their perspective on this.
So are they saying that they're frustrated with what they're seeing right now and it doesn't vibe with their values?
Yeah, and it's really interesting because hearing from them, they had mentioned as conservative Latinos, they especially don't want criminals or people that are in the country illegally, but it's stoking this sense of fear in the community. And it's really, they mentioned businesses, people not coming to work. It's starting to scare people. And some of the tactics and some of the wording and things are frightening. And so they understand, as conservatives and what they believe in, obviously there has to be some kind of law and order, but they just don't see this being the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a conflict of interest, wanting criminals off our streets, yet stoking fear amongst families and affecting the economy also, has a direct impact as well on our wallets and things of that nature and people and families.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I'll jump in and say this, but he had also kind of explained it is a complex issue because he said Latino families are big. They're big families, and there might be people living in a house who might have one person that, is on a visa or one person that might be illegal, but they have members that are legal, and then people are being pulled away, and it's causing this fear and just sadness amongst these families. And, there are kids wondering if their parents are going to come home and tuck them in tonight or what that looks like. And so he also works at a school and has seen a number of students not come to school. So it's definitely, for him, he said it's a very complex issue, and they understand law and order, but it is very hard to see what's happening here in Charlotte.
All right. Well, we appreciate his voice and you being able to talk to him and lending that perspective. So I look forward to seeing that, Walker. Conservative
Yes.
Latinos perspective here on WCNC Charlotte. Your story will be here at 5, right?
Yes. 5
All right.
and 6.
5 and 6. Walker Lawson joining us from Midtown there. Beautiful day, at least. All right.
It's hot.
It's hot. Yes. All right. Get into the
sweating.
AC quick. All right. We'll see you soon.